WWE Universe, get ready to meet the next great superstar.
Leo dreams of becoming a very popular WWE wrestler. In his dream, we see him in the ring, defeating a famous fighter. Suddenly, he wakes up to the sound of his grandma, Denise, calling him for school. As they interact playfully, it's revealed that Denise also has a passion for wrestling and fully supports Leo's dream. However, Leo is only 11 years old, so before his wrestling career can begin, he needs to finish school first. As Leo gets ready for school, we are introduced to his father, Steve. Steve is exhausted from his new job, but he has to leave for work once again. Denise and Leo share some fun banter before he heads off to school. Denise, however, is concerned about Steve, as he seems to be working all day long. Steve explains that it's necessary for a better life for them. Leo meets up with his friends on the way to school. They are all obsessed with wrestling and chat about it the entire way. Upon arriving at school, they notice a sign-up sheet for wrestling. Leo is eager to join, but hesitates, fearing he's too small and will get beaten up. Soon, we are introduced to his bully, a mean kid who mocks Leo and his friends for being small. The bully also calls Leo a coward for being too afraid to wrestle. Miss Cartwright, one of the teachers, intervenes, protecting Leo and his friends while sending the bullies to the principal's office. Later, Leo joins his friends in the cafeteria. They have fun discussing their favorite wrestlers and signature moves. Leo, however, stops participating when he notices the girl he has a crush on sitting nearby. Nervous, he accidentally spills his lunch. After school, the bullies harass Leo again, but Miss Cartwright steps in once more. Leo is then chased by the bullies all over the neighborhood. He runs as fast as he can, but they remain persistent. Eventually, he finds refuge in an old estate sale and hides in one of the rooms. The bullies follow him inside, but the man in charge of the estate sale sends them away. Inside the room, Leo starts exploring and discovers a collection of wrestling gear. Among the items, he finds an old, blue wrestling mask. As he picks it up, the man enters the room. Realizing Leo was being bullied, the man allows him to take the mask. Leo returns home, where his grandma immediately notices a terrible smell. Leo knows the wrestling mask stinks, but he doesn't want to reveal it to her. He heads to his room to prepare for their weekly wrestling marathon on TV. Watching wrestling with his grandma is something he cherishes, especially since he misses his mother. His mother left the family for reasons unknown to him. When his father arrives home from work, he is too exhausted to join them in watching wrestling. Steve heads to the kitchen for dinner, while Leo notices that WWE superstar The Miz is on TV. It is announced that a special WWE tournament is coming up, with a grand prize of a significant amount of money. Leo becomes very interested in the tournament. Later that night, he overhears his father and grandma arguing. It is revealed that Leo's mother left the family for another man, and Steve has been struggling to cope. Steve is working multiple jobs to pay off a $20,000 debt, fearing they may lose their home. Leo feels heartbroken over his mother's absence and deeply worries about his family's situation. Once again, he picks up the smelly wrestling mask and finally decides to try it on. The moment he puts on the mask, his voice changes. He feels more confident and intense, like a completely different person. Leo soon realizes that when he takes off the mask, the voice and personality disappear entirely. Soon after, Leo effortlessly lifts his entire closet with just one finger. He quickly realizes that while wearing the mask, he has actual superpowers. Excited, he heads to the garage, bends steel, and even lifts a car. Outside, he kicks a tree and completely breaks it. Back in his room, Leo starts researching the mask. He discovers that the mask is part of a legendary tale that has existed for many years. It is said that the mask chooses its wearer if they are worthy and grants them incredible powers. The last time someone wore the mask in a wrestling match was nearly 50 years ago. Determined, Leo decides to use the mask to his advantage. The next day at school, the bullies attack his friends as punishment. Leo arrives and begs them to stop, but when they refuse, he puts on the mask and takes them down. Erica, the girl Leo likes, is amazed by his strength. The teacher sends Leo to the principal's office, but the entire school applauds him. Later, in the car, his father scolds him for getting into fights. Steve believes that Leo is too good of a person to engage in meaningless brawls. Leo apologizes for his actions. After meeting up with his friends, Leo decides to enter the WWE tournament. He sees this as a chance to win the prize money needed to pay off his father's debts. Back home, he experiments with different outfits until he finds the perfect one. Leo then heads to the tournament tryouts. Upon arrival, he is met with skepticism due to his small size. The receptionist tells him he needs a wrestler name. After some thought, Leo decides on the nickname Kid Chaos. He meets several wrestlers, but the only one who treats him kindly is Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator is a powerful wrestler with an unexpectedly soothing singing voice. The Miz takes the stage, hyping up the crowd for the big event. A new wrestler arrives with his manager. His name is Samson, a massive, dangerous fighter. His manager is rude and confident that Samson will defeat everyone. The competition begins, and everyone is shocked by Leo's unexpected strength. His friends watch the event on TV, unaware that Kid Chaos is actually Leo. Leo demonstrates incredible power, outmatching even the strongest competitors. By the end of the event, he is officially invited to join the tournament. Returning home, Leo's grandma discovers the secret behind the magic mask. Leo confesses that he overheard her conversation with his father. He wants to help by winning the $50,000 prize to clear the family's debts. He also secretly hopes that his mother will return to them once their financial struggles are over. The next day, Leo decides to use the mask to talk to Erica. With the mask on, he gains confidence and approaches her in the library. Their conversation goes well, and Erica tells him they will talk on the phone later that day. Back home, Leo anxiously waits for Erica's call. To his surprise, she shows up at his house after her dance lesson nearby. Without the mask, Leo is just himself, and the two enjoy spending time together. In the following days, Steve tries to reconnect with Leo, but their bond seems distant. Steve still hesitates to tell Leo the full truth about his mother and why she left. Finally, the tournament begins. Leo, now as Kid Chaos, steps into the ring for his first match. At first, the fight is tough, but with the mask's powers, he secures victory. Meanwhile, Leo grows closer to Erica, who joins his friend group. He encourages her to enter a talent competition, as she is a talented dancer. He even promises to perform with her, and they start practicing together daily. Leo continues winning match after match in the tournament. After one of his fights, he bonds further with Smooth Operator. At home, his father and Denise argue again about Leo. Steve fears that telling Leo the truth will break his heart. The truth is that Leo's mother moved to New York with another man. She has no interest in reconnecting with Leo and doesn't even call him. Steve and Denise agree to help Leo move on. Meanwhile, Leo enjoys his time with Erica and his friends. One day, when a criminal enters a store, Leo quickly dons his mask. With ease, he defeats the criminal. The day of the talent show arrives, but Leo also has an important match scheduled at the same time. Erica visits him, and he promises to be there for her performance. Meanwhile, Samson's manager realizes that Kid Chaos is actually just a kid using a magical mask. Now, Leo faces his final match. His opponent is none other than Smooth Operator. The fight is brutal, but in the end, Leo emerges victorious. Now a rising star, he finds himself shooting an interview for TV. Because of this, he misses the dance performance he was supposed to do with Erica. Fortunately, one of his friends steps in to help Erica, and they perform well together. Leo arrives at the dance event, but he doesn't seem too sorry for missing it. In his mind, wrestling is far more important, and this attitude angers his friends. When Leo returns home, he realizes that things are falling apart. He talks to his grandmother, who offers him wise advice. Leo finally understands that while he believed the magic mask would solve all his problems, it has actually made things worse. Determined to fix his mistakes, he apologizes to his friends for his behavior. They appreciate his sincerity and forgive him. Meanwhile, Samson and his manager devise a plan to steal Leo's mask before the final match. That night, they sneak into his room and replace his magic mask with a fake one. The final battle begins, but this time, Leo struggles. His father, Steve, watches anxiously on TV. Samson is ruthless, and without the real mask, Leo doesn't stand a chance. The brutal beating continues until Leo realizes the truth. He's wearing the fake mask. Just then, Steve rushes to the arena, desperate to help his son. The fight takes place inside a massive steel cage, and Leo makes a bold move. He climbs to the top, where Samson can't reach him. Leo notices that Samson has a deep fear of heights. Using this to his advantage, Leo lures Samson into climbing up. Once at the top, Samson panics and passes out from fear. Seizing the moment, Leo leaps onto Samson, securing the victory. The crowd erupts in cheers as Leo is declared the winner. He is awarded the grand prize, a massive $50,000 check. Instead of basking in the glory alone, Leo demands that the NXT organization offer Smooth Operator a contract. The officials agree, and they also promise Leo a spot in their organization when he grows up. Sometime later, Leo officially joins the wrestling team, now confident in his own abilities. He no longer needs the magic mask. In one of his first matches, he finally gets the chance to face his old bully in the ring. With his father, Steve, proudly watching from the stands, Leo steps into the fight, this time as his true self.